And welcome, my friend. Welcome. We're almost finishing now. Lesson 69. I opened my business on January 6th. We'll be talking about how to successfully open a business here in the United States. It's a lesson sure to come in very handy for entrepreneurs, empresarios, wanting to start their own businesses here in the US. In this lesson, you'll learn 10 key phrases, 133 new words that I will teach you so that you can open your business here in the US. So, with your breathing exercises finished, power pose struck, let's move on to this almost last of the lessons, 69, right now. Lesson 69. I opened my business on January 6th. Okay, we'll be talking in this lesson about how to start a successful business. 10 steps specifically to starting a successful business. Step number 1, evaluate your goals. Begin by asking yourself basic questions about your idea to start a new business. Why, what, who, and how. Why start a new business? Explain what is the purpose of our business or what need that business fills. What? What is the exact product or service that you will be offering? Who? Who is your target customer base? Or who is your audience? You should be specific in describing such demographic characteristics, such as age, gender, income level, location, etc. How? Describe how your plan is developing your product and delivering that product to your customers. Okay, so why, what, who, and how. Let's learn some of the new words. Evaluate, evaluar. Explain, explicar. Who is your customer base? ¿Quién es tu clientela? Who is your audience? ¿Quién es tu audiencia? What are the demographic characteristics? ¿Cuáles son las características demográficas? Such as gender, tales como género, income level, nivel de ingresos, and how you will be developing the delivery of your product to the clients. Y cómo vas a estar desarrollando la entrega de tu producto a tu customer base, tu clientela o tu audiencia. Very good. Tip: you may want to consult with a marketing professional to help you decide on a name, website domain, and tagline. For example, the name of my company is NuParla, and the tagline, Aprende inglés, gana dinero. So let's do my example. Veamos mi ejemplo. Why? ¿Por qué yo comencé NuParla? Why did I start NuParla? Because there is a great need for Latinos, both in the United States and outside of the United States, to learn English. And by learning English, Latinos are able to open doors for themselves. And I will also add that I started NuParla during coronavirus, specifically to help Latinos earn income while they are at home through an online platform. So that's my why. My what, of course, my product, my service is helping people that speak Spanish learn English. And I'm doing this, of course, via an online platform, video based, make them want to laugh, make them want to cry. Um, I like for them to read a lot. I like for them to hear a lot. I wrote a book called Subconscious English for them to learn it. So that is my what. Who is my target audience? My customer base are Latinos. I packaged the product at $399 one-time payment because $399 is just at the basic salary, monthly salary for most Latinos in around Latin America. I could charge a lot more for it, but it's at the right price for the demographics. My demographic characteristics are men and women between the ages of 20 to 50 that are needing to learn English, either to graduate for some university or school, to be able to upgrade their knowledge of English to get a new job, to be able to grow the corporate ladder and the needs of learning English. That's why I did that. So who is, of course, very clearly defined for me. How we're doing this, we're doing two platforms. I'm doing a regular um, a multi-level marketing platform where I pay people to refer through affiliate marketing other people down 6 levels deep. The goal is for people to earn about $1,000 per week. That's bringing in one person per day. So that's my goal on one platform. The other, of course, is through social media, of course, purchasing of Facebook and YouTube, TikTok, and other platforms so people can learn about it. Then, of course, I have a free book they can download. And if they like what they see, they can sign up. And that's how we are planning on doing that. So that's my how. Of course, my name is NuParla, Harold Zapata. It's a registered trademark, una marca registrada. I have a logo attached to it, the Tower of Babel, La Torre de Babel, where the languages were confused and we're bridging that gap two torches of knowledge, the circle of eternity. Everything here has a reason. Aprende inglés, gana dinero is my tagline. And this is very important for you to know how I started my business. Yes, number two, I wrote a business plan. You want to start writing your business plan. It's never too early to get started with your business plan. It will serve as a guide for every aspect of your new organization. A roadmap that takes you from a simple, inspiring idea to a successful enterprise. Consider your business plan a living document. Yo cambio el mío todo el tiempo. Lo estamos ajustando todo el tiempo. As you move through the process and gain more knowledge, you'll make adjustments and expand on certain sections. So let's look at some of the new words here. We saw the previous words there. Um, consult, consultar, a professional, un profesional, for a website name, domain, tagline, para el nombre de tu empresa, para lo que va a ser el sitio de web de la empresa, el eslogan de la empresa. Um, how to serve, servir, guide, guiar, every aspect, cada aspecto. Consider your business plan a roadmap, una hoja de ruta. Take it from an inspiring idea to a successful enterprise para tomarlo desde una idea inspiracional a una empresa exitosa. Your business plan is a living document, es un documento vivo. Por medio de knowledge, conocimiento, vas a hacer varios ajustes, adjustments, and in certain sections, en ciertas secciones. Muy bien. Number three, conduct market research. Esto es muy importante. Market research, investigación de mercadeo, is critical because it examines customers' behaviors and economic trends to help you hone your business strategy. This research looks at product demand, demographic data, market size, economic indicators, location appeal, pricing, competitors. For example, I have certain competitors, obviously. You have Inglés sin Barreras, you have Open English, Cale, you have some other different competitors, and I examine each of them. I set my price to beat their price. I follow their best practices, whether it be on email marketing, whether it be in certain platforms. I created my own platform because I see that they're using other people's platforms. Um, these are strong companies. Open English is evaluated at over $700 million and it's trading in the stock exchange. So this is where I want to take my company as well. I have to do market research. I know that there's a great need that is not being filled by these companies, and they're still raking in the dollars every single month. And there is a market that is almost unending in the Latino market to learn English. So I have to conduct my market research and I have to provide a better product than they have at a better price than they have to be competitive. And I think I have that. Thanks be to God. Through careful market research, you'll be able to figure out your target customer base and how to develop products and services that will sell. Marketing research can also help you determine the name of your business, the color schemes, and other marketing issues. Okay, let's take a look here at the new words. Market research, investigación de mercado, muy importante. Behaviors, los comportamientos de la clientela. The trends, las tendencias. Hone in, para perfeccionarlo. Your business strategy, tu estrategia de negocio empresarial. Economic indicators, indicadores económicos, muy importante porque esto te dice a qué precio puedes poner tu servicio o producto. Appeal, apelar a. Pricing, fijación de precios. Figure out, para poder descifrar. To determine, para poder determinar. Color schemes and other issues, esquemas de color y otros asuntos. Very good. Number 4. Business structure and logistics. At this stage, you'll need to make some important choices. Okay, what is the business name? In this case is NuParla. I had different uh, I spent about 2 hours looking for the best name possible. I had different things that I could look in. NuParla comes from nu, de nuevo, parla, de parla italiano, de hablar, NuParla, which means a new way of speaking, una nueva forma de hablar. My tagline is very simple: aprende inglés, gana dinero. That's really what I do. Is I teach people English and I help them earn money through it. So I have my business name, my domain. Of course, I immediately went to GoDaddy. I reserved NuParla and other variants of NuParla. And my market research was done well. You should now have a great name, unique business name. Purchase the website. They are pretty cheap, inexpensive. So buy as many as you need to make sure that you uh, are protecting. And of course, I immediately did the um, the registered trademark. So this is registered directly to me as owner of NuParla. The business structure. Okay, so you have to see what type of legal background you're going to have for your company. Decide what kind of structure your business needs to be, such as there are different examples: sole proprietor, and you have LLC and corporation. Let's first, before we move on, go over these new words that we learned here on this slide. Logistics son logísticas. State, estado. Choices, decisiones. Unique, único. Secured, aseguró. Inexpensive, barato, económico. Sole proprietorship es propietario único. And sole proprietorship is a form of structure, but it opens the owner up to any type of problems that could arise against the company. So there are other types of structures, such as a limited liability company, LLC. That's what NuParla is, NuParla LLC. This would be kind of like una sociedad anónima, SA de CB o SA, depende del país. Si estás en México, SA de CB o SA en Colombia. By the way, we're also doing this in Colombia and in Mexico. So we are very close also to getting that done. By the time this goes out, it should already be done in Mexico y en Colombia como NuParla. Sociedad Anónima, SA o SA de CB. Okay. You also have different types of corporations: S Corp, C Corp. These are all called corporations. And they're nonprofit corporations like a cooperative or even a church, right? Different types of structures. Okay. Business location. You'll not only have to decide where your business headquarters is located, but its style of operation, whether that's a retail outlet, no. Home office, no. In addition, your online presence. NuParla is online, right? I don't need a big office. I don't need a big tower. I just need Wi-Fi, internet presence. And it will also, will it be brick and mortar? No, it's not going to be brick and mortar. No va a ser físico, right? Una oficina física. If so, you'll need to think about such issues as foot traffic, parking, ordinances, utilities, crime, convenience, and nearby competition. And I will also say, um, see how close you may be to a police station or a fire station or a hospital, because you don't want to be next or too close to one, because those sirens will be going off all the time, especially as you are trying to record, right? So you don't want to do that. Just take a look at that. Okay, so let's look at the new words here in this slide: partnership, sociedad, LLC, sociedad anónima. de limited liability, corporation, una corporación, non-profit, sin fines de lucro, for profit, con fines de lucro, cooperative, una cooperativa, headquarters, la sede, style, estilo, operation, operación, retail outlet, un establecimiento minorista. Estás en un mall, estás en un lugar que tienes que rentarlo para que te vean. O tener una oficina de casa, home office. Un brick and mortar facility, un lugar físico de ladrillo, que quiere decir ahí. Foot traffic, circulación de personas. Ordinances, las ordenanzas de la ciudad, de lo que puedes poner en cuanto a rótulo, a nombre, a colores, etcétera. Todo está ahí. And utilities, también los servicios públicos, ¿verdad? Todo eso tienen que saberlo de antemano si vas a establecer una presencia más física eh, en tu negocio. Very good. Once you figured out those two key components, take care of these red tape tasks. Red tape tasks son la burocracia, todo lo que hay que hacer. Number one, register your business. Hay que registrar el negocio. Get a federal and state tax ID. Aquí en Estados Unidos, por lo menos, hay que obtener una identificación tanto estatal como gubernamental, federal, para el negocio. Apply for a business license and permits. Tienes que tener una licencia de negocio o los permisos necesarios para poder conducir negocio en aquella ciudad. Open a business bank account. Hay que abrir una cuenta bancaria en un banco. Apply for appropriate trademarks. Eso es lo primerito que hice. Hice la solicitud porque sé que toma de 3 a 6 meses, o si no un poquito más, para la marca registrada, porque tu nombre es importante y hay que defenderlo. Hay que defenderlo contra otras personas que quieran quitar el nombre o asegurarse que no hayan otras parecidas, ¿verdad? Eso nos ahorra dolor de cabeza en el futuro. Copyrights, derechos de autor, patents, si tienes patentes. Purchase insurance policies like workers' compensation, etcétera. En California, por lo menos, si tienes un empleado, tienes que tener la póliza aquí de workers' compensation, compensación al trabajador. Un seguro contra que se corten con un dedito, pues eso tienes que tenerlo. Tienes que tener el workers' comp, es la ley. Y si no te multan, feísimo. Otro tip. Consider hiring an attorney to make sure you're setting up your business using the right structure and that you've taken care of all legal requirements. That's not a bad idea. Okay. New words. Figured out. Descubrió. Key components. Componentes claves. Red tape. Burocracia. Tasks. Tareas. Register. Registrar. Business. Negocio. License. Licencia. Permits. Permisos. Business bank. Account. Cuenta bancaria comercial. Trademarks, debe ser una C, marcas registradas. Copyrights, derechos de autor. Patents, patentes. Insurance, seguro. Policies, pólizas. Workers' compensation, póliza de compensación al trabajador, de seguro. Muy bien. Number 5, get funding. Obtén el financiamiento necesario. The first step to finding funding is to figure out just how much money you'll actually need. Hay que hay que hay que hay que, hay que saber con cuánto dinero cuentas tú, con cuánto dinero tienes que levantar, y por eso es indispensable tener el business plan, el plan de negocio. De hecho, ningún banco te va a poder soltar nada de dinero si no tienes un plan de negocio bien cabal, bien clarito. Therefore, your business plan must contain a budget. Tu plan de negocio tiene que tener un presupuesto de operaciones for at least 1 year, por lo menos un año, using a spreadsheet, una planilla. Include every expense you anticipate, including costs for overhead, production, and marketing. Some funding examples include self funding, borrowing from friends and family, small business loans or grants, online crowdfunding campaigns, angel investors. These angel investors are individuals who provide capital in exchange for convertible debt or ownership equity, or venture capitalist for large scaled projects. Okay, so get funding, obtén financiamiento. We need to find out how much money you actually need. Hay que saber cuánto dinero primero tú necesitas para poder levantar este negocio tuyo. Therefore, the business plan has to have the budget for at least 1 year. Hay que tener aquí el presupuesto operativo porque de por lo menos un año entero utilizando spreadsheets, unas planillas como en Excel spreadsheet, por ejemplo. Include every expense, incluye cada gasto que puedas anticipar, sea overhead, por ejemplo, gastos generales, production de producción, marketing de mercadeo. Some funding examples include algunos ejemplos de financiación, van a incluir self-funding, el dinero que tú autofinancies de tu propio bolsillo, tu idea, tu negocio. Borrow, pedir préstamos de tus amigos y familia. Small business loans or grants, este, pequeños préstamos de bancos. También subsidios, también pueden existir grants. Está hoy en día el crowdfunding, que es unas campañas que agarras muchas personas que dan poquito y cuando vas lanzando, entonces le regresas a ellos un cierto porcentaje. Están los inversionistas providenciales, los angel investors, los que son ángeles. Y están los VCs, los VCs, los venture capitalists, capitalistas de riesgo. Y esos son para proyectos ya más grandes. Y ellos obvio van a querer tener una parte de ser dueños por un porcentaje de tu empresa si vas a utilizar el dinero de ellos. Number six, perdón. Vamos aquí a decir las palabras. Funding, financiación. Operating, operando. Spreadsheet, planilla. Expense, gastos. Anticipate, anticipar. Overhead, gastos generales. Self-funding, autofinanciación. Borrowing, prestando. Loan, préstamo. Grant, un subsidio. Crowdfunding, crowdfunding. Campaign, campaña. Angel investors, inversores providenciales como angelitos. Ownership, apropiación, equity, accionarial, venture capitalists, capitalistas de riesgo. Number 6. Design prototypes and get feedback. Work with designers and engineers to create product prototypes. If your business is service oriented, like mine, it may include designing proprietary products, like I have done, used only by your employees in the field. Then test your designs by setting up focus groups or scenarios in which randomly chosen individuals can put your product to the test and complete surveys about their experience. If you're selling a service, enlist the help of individuals who agree to try it out for free and then give anonymous, unbiased feedback. This is what we did when we started NuParla. And let's talk about this here. So, new words, prototypes, prototipos, feedback, retroalimentación, cuán importante es eso. Service oriented, orientado siempre hacia el servicio, más que productos de servicio. Proprietary es de ser uno dueño exclusivo. Focus groups, grupos focales. Scenarios, diferentes escenarios. Enlist, enlistar. Agree, un acuerdo. Anonymous, retroalimentación anónima. And unbiased, imparcial. And this is what we did with NuParla, this last part. We gave several free accounts, and people gave us back with surveys what they thought about it. We did some tweaks, and we have a very, very good product, very, very good service that we have online for people to learn English. Number 7, put together your leadership team. Put together the team of people who will make your operation funcionar. It could include partners, it could include employees, contractors, or even consultants. Your team should decide on an accounting system and develop a plan for manufacturing, choosing vendors, and hiring workers and independent contractors. It should also establish protocols. Qué importante esta palabra. for communication and reporting and responding to harassment and other complaints by employees. Much of this planning will determine what kind of culture your company fosters. Okay, so we got to put together a leadership team. You can't go far away without a team. You have to have a team. And as you do this, um, look who the team members could be. Look at them. Just make sure that you're all on the same page, especially in establishing protocols for communication and for reporting. So important. And of course, not only complaints by employees, but also complaints by the clients to see what things are being not addressed so you can address them as the owner or the leader of the company. Much of this planning will determine what kind of culture. So your company has to have a culture, and the culture many times takes after the owner, right? So we want to make sure we have a good culture that fosters productivity, quality, um, attention to the client, and also attention to the employee, making sure that they feel part of something greater and that they matter inside of NuParla, my company. Okay, hum, funcionar. Hum is what the engine sounds like when the engine is all working. La palabra hum es como suena un motor de automóvil cuando está bien marchando todo en orden, o como se dice, pegándole todos los cilindros bien. Funcionar es otra palabra. Hum or funcionar. Partners son los socios, consultants son los consultores. Accounting system es un sistema de contaduría. Manufacturing, manufacturando. Vendors son los proveedores. Protocols, los protocolos, ¿cuáles son las mejores prácticas? ¿Cuáles son los protocolos que hay que seguir para diferentes ocasiones, diferentes escenarios? Harassment, cuidado con el acoso. Complaints, con las quejas, tanto de los empleados como de los clientes. We have to provide a positive company culture, tener una cultura empresarial muy positiva, something that fosters, algo que promueve bienestar, promueve calidad, promueve productividad, muy importante. Number 8, develop your product. Here is where you see the fruits of your efforts. Once you have finalized design of your product, make purchase necessary to produce. That could mean setting up a manufacturing process to create a physical product or installing computers for the purpose of creating software. Hire specialists, managers, and workers necessary to make the operation hum. Develop policies for quality control and safety. Of course, this is mostly if you are developing a physical product. Um, Number 9, get the word out. What do you need to sell your product? How will you get the word out so your target audience gets the message? Let's go back here to this slide and look at the new words. Efforts, esfuerzos. Finalized, finalizados. Could mean, podría significar. Installing, instalando. Quality control, control de calidad. Safety, seguridad. Get the word out. Promover o correr la voz. Number 9, let's go back. Get the word out. What do you need to sell your product? ¿Qué necesitas para poder vender tu producto? How will you get the word out so that your target audience gets the message? What social media platforms should you jump on? What kinds of ads will sell your product and where should they appear? How can you appeal to the media so that the public learns about what you're offering? These are the kinds of questions you'll need to answer to make sure you're connecting with people who are your potential customers through sales, marketing, advertising, and public relations. Qué importante es esto. So, ¿cómo vamos a hacer que salga la palabra, que se corra la voz? Están los medios sociales, en cuál vamos a montarnos, como se dice, jump on, qué tipo de propaganda vamos a tener en cada uno de ellos, cómo van a aparecer. Cómo vamos a hacer que el público pueda aprender de lo que estamos ofreciendo a nivel más grande por otros medios sociales como radio o televisión? Esas son las preguntas que hay que hacernos para saber que si nos estamos conectando con la gente que están potencialmente pudiendo ser nuestros clientes a través de las ventas, mercadeo, las propagandas y las relaciones públicas. Muy importante. Plan for growth. We've all heard stories about wildly successful companies that lose sales or even go out of business because they took off too fast. Vamos a ver eso después. Las palabras nuevas aquí de esta ficha: ads, propagandas; learns, aprende; offering, oferta; connecting, conectando; potential, potenciales; advertising, publicidad; public relations, relaciones públicas; wildly successful, extremadamente exitosas. Muy bien. Number 10. Plan for growth. Hay que planear para el crecimiento. We've all heard stories about wildly successful companies that lose sales or even go out of business because they took off too fast, demasiado rápido, and weren't essentially unprepared for success. Y no estaban preparados para el éxito. Learn to delegate roles and responsibilities. Aprende a cómo delegar. Qué importante. Los diferentes roles, papeles y responsabilidades. And that may mean deciding to hire your first employee. Y ahora sí tienes que comenzar a buscar tu primer empleado. You'll need to look ahead and make decisions so that you're not caught off guard when your business takes off. Such plans could include. Así que no te puedes tomar por sorpresa cuando tu negocio comience ya a disparar, como se dice. Eh, Estos planes deben de incluir study market trends. Hay que estudiar las tendencias del mercado. Test new ideas. Acquire another business. Grow into new markets and expand product lines and services. Muy importante. The new words here: took off, despegó; too fast, demasiado rápido; essentially, esencialmente; unprepared, no preparada; delegate, delegar; look ahead, mirar hacia adelante o hacia el futuro; caught off guard, lo tomó por sorpresa; market trends, tendencias del mercado; and acquire, adquirir o adquisición. Very good. So, as we learned all these different ways of starting your business, repeat these next 10 um, strategic key phrases after me. Evaluate your goals. Why do you want to start a new business? Number 2, start writing your business plan. Number 3, conduct market research to determine the trends. Number 4, choose the right business structure and logistics. Good job. Number 5, the first step to finding funding is to figure out just how much money you actually need. Very good. Number 6, design prototypes and get feedback. Number 7, put together your leadership team. Number 8, develop your product. Number 9, get the word out. And number 10, plan for growth. Very good. Good job. Okay, repeat these words after me. Evaluate, explain, customer base, audience, demographic, characteristics, gender, income level, developing, delivering, consult, website domain, tagline, serve, guide, aspect, roadmap, inspiring idea, enterprise, living document, through, knowledge, adjustments, certain, sections, market research, behaviors, trends, hone, strategy, economic indicators, appeal, pricing, figure out, determine, color schemes, issues, logistics, state, choices, unique, secured, inexpensive, sole proprietorship, partnership, LLC, limited liability corporation, corporation, nonprofit, cooperative, headquarters, style, operation, retail outlet, home office, brick and mortar, foot traffic, ordinances, utilities, crime, convenience, nearby, competition, figured out, key components, red tape, tasks, register, business, license, permits, trademarks, copyrights, patents, insurance, policies, workers' compensation, hiring, funding, operating, spreadsheet, expense, anticipate, overhead, self-funding, borrowing, loan, grant, crowdfunding, campaign, angel investors, prototypes, feedback, service-oriented, proprietary, focus groups, scenarios, enlist, agree, anonymous, unbiased, hum, partners, consultants, accounting system, manufacturing.
Y de este modo termina nuestra video lección. Escribe un comentario abajo de qué fue lo que más te impactó de esta clase. Y no olvides de invitar a tus amigos, a tu familia, a que también saquen provecho de estas 45 horas de coaching en inglés completamente gratis. Y por favor regálame un like a este video si aprendiste algo nuevo. Suscríbete a nuestro canal de YouTube de NuParla y toca la campanita para que no te pierdas ninguna sesión de coaching de inglés que estaremos sacando en el futuro. Esto me ayuda grandemente a poder traer estas 90 videolecciones, 45 horas de enseñanzas de inglés completamente gratis para ti y para los tuyos. Y recuerda que por un pago único de solo $49.95 puedes obtener todas las herramientas súper avanzadas de NuParla, incluyendo regalarle toda la experiencia completa a un amigo o una amiga tuyo o tuya. Y en tu nombre yo le voy a regalar a un huérfano de tu ciudad, de tu país, toda la experiencia igual completa. Así que vas a ver todos los 12 beneficios en un video que aparece aquí arriba. Son los mejores $49 que jamás hayas invertido, te lo prometo. Así que de parte de todo mi equipo aquí en NuParla, thank you for learning English with us. Nos vemos en la siguiente videoclase. Ciao for now.